Can a single act mar the image of a sport? This question has been asked and examined by sports enthusiasts, journalists, and critics over the years. Different people have different opinions, but most of the time, we find ourselves on the same page. A sport, as we know, is not just a game, it's a combination of discipline, commitment, passion, and respect. It requires sacrifice, perseverance, and determination. It's about building character, learning to work in a team, and most importantly, it's about setting an example for millions of youngsters who look up to their sporting heroes. The reputation of a player held in high esteem is something that is meticulously crafted. It is not merely about winning or losing games, but about the personality that they project both on and off the field. They are ambassadors of their countries, of their sports, and of humanity at large. They are looked upon as role models for the young generation, who are inspired by their every move, every action. They are under constant scrutiny, with every action under the microscope. And it is in this context that we must ponder, can one single act tarnish the reputation of a player held in such high esteem? The recent Pakistan Super League final, a much-anticipated event in the cricket calendar, was marred by one such incident. Was an occasion of celebration where the spirit of the game was supposed to triumph, where the players were supposed to showcase their talent and sportsmanship. But alas, an unsavory incident unfolded in the dressing room, which was captured on camera and broadcasted to the world. Imad Wasim, a luminary in Pakistani cricket, was that player. He has been in the cricketing world for quite some years now and has earned a name for himself with his exceptional talent. Imad is known not only for his cricketing skills, but also for his sportsmanship and his leadership qualities. He has led Pakistan in several matches and has always shown a high level of professionalism. He's a true gentleman of the game, who is respected by his peers, adored by his fans, and looked upon as a role model for budding cricketers. But that day, Imad wasn't just a player. He was a representative of his nation on the global stage. He was a symbol of Pakistan cricket, carrying the hopes and aspirations of millions of fans. He was the image of cricket that young, aspiring cricketers looked up to. So, when he decided to smoke in the dressing room on camera during a significant event like the Pakistan Super League final, it painted a different picture. This act raised eyebrows and sparked debates across various platforms. The question wasn't just about Imad smoking, but about the implications of his action. It ignited a discussion about professionalism, a trait that is expected of any player regardless of the sport. It called into question the discipline that one expects from a player of stature, someone who is regarded as a stalwart of Pakistani cricket. It also sparked debates about image portrayal, how a player who is a role model for millions should conduct himself in private and public. The incident brought to light the fact that the actions of players off the field are as important as their performance on the field, that their conduct, their behavior, their lifestyle, everything contributes to their image, to the image of their sport, and ultimately to the image of their country. These debates are necessary. They force us to reflect on what we value in sports, what we expect from our sporting heroes, and how we want to see them conduct themselves. But ultimately, it is up to the player to understand their responsibility, to uphold the dignity of the sport, and to set an example that is worthy of emulation. So, can a single act mar the image of a sport, tarnish the reputation of a player held in high esteem? The answer isn't simple. It's complex, multifaceted, and highly subjective. But one thing is for sure, it's an act that does not go unnoticed. It's an act that sparks debates about professionalism, discipline, and image portrayal. Smoking isn't just a personal choice when you're an athlete. It contradicts the ideals of physical prowess, endurance, and a commitment to a healthy lifestyle. It sends a misplaced message to impressionable fans, especially the youth who idolize these players. In the tightly regulated world of the PSL, where rules and standards are upheld to maintain the game's integrity, such behavior is particularly unsettling. The league has tirelessly promoted cricket as wholesome, family-friendly entertainment. Instances like these threaten to undermine these efforts. Imad's actions have implications that go beyond cricket. As a public figure, his conduct reflects on him, his team, his country, and the league. It draws attention away from the game and towards issues that detract from sportsmanship and camaraderie. Players like Imad Wasim need to understand the weight of their actions and their impact on fans and the sport. While everyone has personal freedoms, they must remember the responsibility that comes with public visibility. To sum up, Imad Wasim's smoking incident during the PSL final serves as a reminder of the importance of professionalism, discipline, and integrity in sports. It prompts a wider conversation about the role of athletes as ambassadors for healthy living and positive influence. As cricket enthusiasts, we look forward to seeing Imad and other players leading by example, both on and off the field, in the future.